Hey guys, it's Andy from Vanguard Trick, and today we're going to be doing a 360 and a 720 double. Let's get it. So prerequisites for this is going to be a spinning crescent kick and a spinning hook kick. Let's see what they look like. The main kick we're going to be using for the 360 and that 720 double is going to be the spin outside crescent kick. It's a basic kick, but we've got to get it right. So there's two things to remember when we're doing this. We have the active part of the kick, where the leg is staying in front of our chest here, and then we've got that reload position where we're coming back to our stance. So if I start with my left leg in front, I'm going to step, kick, and reload back to here, because guess what? We've just done a 360. So the setup we're going to be using for this is a side step. So we're stepping over to the side to get us a little bit of momentum so we can block and send ourselves up. If you want the best example of a little side step and a block to get as much height as possible, watch any basketball player. They all take that little step and then get crazy height, and that's what we're going to be doing. So both of these techniques are pop techniques, meaning that on both feet. We're going to be starting with your kicking leg behind you here, just like we did on the spin crescent kick, and then we're going to be stepping across, doing that side step, and then we know where our target is right in front of us, arms up nice and high, and from here we can pop ourselves over. For this, make sure that your feet are about as wide as your hips. Feet too narrow, tilt your back test. Feet too wide, you ain't going to be jumping high. So feet as wide as your shoulders, arms up, and then we can lift ourselves up to get the most amount of height. So drill one is going to be doing that side step with a little pop and bringing the arms in. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the side step as we did before with that left kicking leg behind, step in to here, spot number one, jump, spot number two, and then land back here. When we do our spin crescent kick, we don't tilt, so we won't be tilting on this. I want you to stay upright as we can. So first drill, here we go. So now we're going to do drill two. We have three things to think about. We've got the jump, we've got our arms, and we've got the kick. To start off with, we're going to do a really, really small jump. Jump is going to be about 10%, and the power in the kick is going to be about 10% to make sure we can control that tilt. If we can jump and we can do the kick at 10% power, and we can control our tilt, add a little bit more power and add a little bit more. There is nothing worse than going for this 100% power, tilting a little bit, and the whole thing going wrong. Start small, build up higher and higher as you get more control. So it's time to do the whole thing. Let's get it. So that's the 360. It's a fairly basic technique, but once you get it down, there are loads of easy variations you can start doing, like a hyper 360 where you're landing on the kicking leg, or a 360 gyro where you're adding a spin afterwards. You can also do a 360 with a hooking kick. So we've been doing all of them with a crescent kick so far, so let's see what happens if you do it with a hook. So you're using the same building blocks as the crescent kick, starting off low and building up higher. Two things I want you to remember for this one. One, there's a little bit less active rotation, so you don't have to think about spinning so far. I might explain that later on. The second is you've got to be comfortable with that hook kick, to not tilt your hips. Remember, tilting too much, killer for these moves. So the only drill we're going to do for this one is a small side step, and then we're going to jump as we did before, and we're going to do a 180-degree rotation. Half the rotation we need, snap that kick, and then the re-chamber, the reload, gives us the other 180. So small step over, 180 degrees, hook that kick, and then the chamber pulls us back. Moving on to the 720 double. Big thing I want you guys to remember is 720 double is two 360s put together. One full 360, two full 360. That's our 720 double. Yeah, I'm doing the extra bits. What do you mean they're going to notice it's not in the gym? Nah, they'll never notice. So a good prerequisite to have for the 720 double is a cheat 7. The reason I say that is because it teaches you the patience of lifting that kicking leg up to the side and then waiting for the opportune moment to rip and spin around to actually deliver it properly. In drill 1, when we were talking about the crescent kick, we had the lift, we had the kick, and then we had the reload. Big thing to remember on 720 double is you can only start to think about rotating for that second kick when you're in the reload phase. What you're going to do is, once you kick through, you're going to use that reload to start generating the spin. So if I try and start to spin too early, it looks like this. My leg is here, I'm looking over there, and things go badly wrong. What I'm going to do is complete the kick, and then when I start to reload that leg, this is when I'm going to add a spin on. So I come around, kick, and you can see how fast you can whip that kick around. That's exactly what we're doing on the 720 double. You complete the first kick to here, and then you whip really hard with the arms, and then you come out with the second kick. One extra thing to note about the 720 double is that both kicks are not identical. Yes, we are throwing 2 crescent kicks, and yes, they are both traveling in the same direction. The first kick, however, goes in front of our chest, and the second kick we can actually dip our elbow ever so slightly, and we can kick outside of our shoulder here, just like we would on a cheat 7. That's why it's a useful prerequisite to have. You're not actively thinking about kicking on the outside of your shoulder when you're doing the move, it just turns out like that when you are throwing it. The drill for this one is going to be doing a full 360, and then once we kick there, reloading that leg and coming back around and landing just with the knee up here. Once you can land them with the knee back up facing towards the target, you can start to add a small kick until you get more comfortable with it. So we've got a 720 double, and let's take it to the next level, let's troubleshoot. Okay, problem number 1, under rotating. So remember for this one, you have to be patient. You must complete the first kick. Remember, we have the lift, the kick, and the reload. Only when you're in the reload stage here can you start to turn for that second kick. Chances are if you're under rotating, you're trying to go too soon. Problem number 2 is leaning or falling over. That is probably because your hips are tilting. Remember drill 1, we worked on raising that tilt. Go back to drill 1, run that again until you can stay upright. Problem number 3 is it just going too slowly and you're not having enough time to do everything. Remember, you're kicking. You're not just lifting your leg in there, you are smashing that leg out as hard as you possibly can. You've got to kick it through to here, and then we're going to reload it, and then we're going to kick again. If you can't do that fast, go back to the first drill. So last tips I can give you for 720 double is 1, be patient. Remember, it's 2 whole 360s, you've got to complete them both. 2, you've got to kick as hard as you possibly can. And 3, do a little bit of stretching. If you find that your angles are all off and you just can't stop yourself from tilting, stretch. You should be stretching anyway, but especially for 720 double, you need a little bit of flexibility. Not a whole lot, you can easily achieve by doing some simple stretches at home. If you guys want a full stretching guide for all the things that we do in our warm-up, comment down below and we will make that happen. That brings us to the end of this tutorial video. If you've liked it, make sure you like, you subscribe, you ring that sub notification bell, you comment down below. This is incredible. You follow us over at Vanguard Tricking. And remember, when you get your 360 or 720 double, tag us in it because we want to see it. And if you want to know where I got my limited edition throw kicks hat, I ain't telling.